Hey everybody, Becky from Week 99er here. So we're going to do things a little different today. Our friends at Dreamworks sent us this package to make our own Captain Underpants pumpkin for the holiday. So they sent us pretty much everything we need to do this. They sent us a pair of underwear. This is the first pair of underwear I've ever received in the mail, and hopefully the last. And some acrylic paint, some red to make his cape, and some paintbrushes. Pretty easy overall. We did go out and pick up a pumpkin, and I'm using a disposable plate and paper towel just in case I need it. So the instructions are pretty easy. The first thing we're going to do is put the underwear on the pumpkin because we're not going to want to do that while the paint is wet. So let's get started and let's make our own Captain Underpants pumpkin for Halloween. Now you can do this with a fake pumpkin. I went with a real one mostly because cost-wise, and then since we're not actually cutting into this pumpkin, we can turn this into pumpkin for pie later, can it, something like that. So I've never put underwear on a pumpkin. It is still wet from where I actually washed the pumpkin before I even got started because I don't want to have dirt and stuff in my paint. So these undies might be a little too big for a pumpkin because I can pretty much just cover the whole pumpkin in underwear. So we're gonna scooch those down some. Now, Jack is probably gonna help us with this. The next step is we actually take this and we cut it into a cape. And it just shows, you see the instructions here, it just shows that we kind of cut it a little bit. Let's see what we need to actually get this to go around our pumpkin. Now, like I said, I did wash this beforehand. I didn't want to get any dirt in the paint. So this goes around the pumpkin. I know we're supposed to cut it. I'm pretty sure we could just tie it, seeing as we got a big giant pumpkin. So we're not actually going to cut it. We're just going to tie it in a little knot. And it meets up with the top of the underwear. So now all we need left to do is paint the face on here. I know I'm kind of cheating by not cutting that, but we might have a use for that later. I'm not quite sure what our use for the underwear are going to be, although the underwear are a little sideways from the front that we've decided. So I'm going to adjust those. Again, something I never thought I would do. All right. So that looks a little better. Now we just have to draw, and it says to draw his face on. I'm gonna freehand it just because we can. So let's get a couple paintbrushes out. They gave us white and black. So we can just do his ears and his face. Yeah, those two will work. So, probably should have opened all this before we started filming, but that's okay too. That right here. Buddy, you need to stay on the floor now. So do we want, there's two different faces you can really do for these. And this, again, this pumpkin idea is to celebrate the Captain Underpants, the spooky tale of Halloween. It is their Halloween episode, and it comes out tomorrow on Netflix. And it's a kid-friendly Halloween show. We need more of those. All right, so now we have paint. Let's go with the big open mouth one. So what do we have to do? So we're doing Captain Underpants here. We're going to do a couple ears on the side. And his ears are just little C's with little kind of squiggles on top. So we're going to do that. And another squiggle like that. Just like that. And then we're going to do the other one over here. And I have a paintbrush trying to make an escape. And another one right over here. So his ears are not quite even, but that's okay because that is what happens in real life. And we're going to put a little eyeball here. And another little eyeball here. And his eyes are just these weird little kind of ovals. So let's fill that one in a little more. Then he's got some three little eyebrows here. So right now it actually kind of looks a little creepy, but we're gonna add in his goofy smile. Oh, and we forgot his nose. His nose is like 2 C's. Let's do a little nose here. Let's go. Keeps going over here. So there's his nose. It's almost, mine's more like a 3. That's not exactly right, but we're gonna go with it. And we're gonna go here. This is actually not a difficult one that you could actually probably do with your kids without a problem. And I don't know how many teeth he has, but we're just going to put some random teeth number in there. He has a kind of very toothy grin this time. And then down here we're just going to fill this in because his mouth is wide open. And where did I put that other paintbrush I was going to use? Did I get that out actually? And you can add more paint as you go. I really hope that you can see everything I'm doing. If not, I will show you. Benny, you got to stay out of the paint, honey. I will show you the finished result pretty soon here. So, I don't want kittens covered in paint, although you're black, so we won't even see a difference. Alright, so he has his ears, although this one's a little, needs a little more paint. So the good thing about acrylic paint is this is going to dry really fast as you do it, and then it won't be long until you can actually put your Captain Underpants outside. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna fill in his teeth really quick with white. I'm gonna grab another, I should actually do a smaller one so we don't get any paint transfer. And the acrylic paint should wash off the brushes really quickly and easily. We're just gonna fill in his teeth. He's a really easy character to do. Is actually supposed to have that. So you may want to go over the white once or twice just to make sure that it has a good amount to show the teeth. And you might get a little black transfer in there. His teeth are very square, like little chiplets. And after that is done, like I said, you might want to go back later and do some touch-up on the sides. You might notice you're going to get a little white transfer now if the paint's not dry. right, so it didn't take us that long at all. Super cute little pumpkin. He is wearing his underwear. We do have our own Captain Underpants pumpkin this year. So this pumpkin's gonna go out on the front porch for the trick-or-treaters. And I will put instructions for all of this below. Tomorrow, like I said, they do have the Captain Underpants Halloween coming on Netflix. So make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll make sure that you can get directions for this, and so if you want to make your own Captain Underpants, they should be sending us this information. Otherwise, I will type it for you below. And that's it for today, you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow, and we've got some more fun stuff coming, so I will see you then. Bye.